This is going to be a short video because I'm halfway through repairing these two front wings, and I'm just about to fit these two ribbon pieces, these strengthening pieces here, and I'm going to test the weld through primer before I do that. Now, I've already got a video up where I compared two brands of weld through primer, so if you want to see the conclusion of that, go back in my past videos and you can see it. That's a short video as well. So what I've decided to do is, because I don't actually need weld through primer because I'm not spot welding this, I'm going to plug weld it with some holes along here, so I don't have to spot weld it. So I'm going to do a test piece. I'm going to get some scrap metal. I'm going to paint half of it with this weld through primer and half of it with some epoxy primer, and then I'm going to drill the welds out, take it apart and see the results. I'm Steve and welcome to my channel. That's what they call musical fabrication. The weld through primer I'm going to test is Upol Weld 2, and the epoxy primer I'm using is this Mipa or Mipa. Tell me how to pronounce this. Put a comment in the comments, because I'm not sure if it's a Mipa or Mipa. Anyway, that's what I'm using, and it's EP Filler Grey, and I've just written that on there. I don't know where that's come from, but just to remind myself. And the hardener I'm using is the E25, and I think that takes longer to harden off than the 10. I'm not too sure about that, but I think that's what it is. So this is the Upol weld through primer, and this is the Mipa epoxy primer, and they're both onto the bare metal. So now I'm just going to put that together like that, put that in there, and then knock this over. Right, I've taken paint off of the outside because obviously that can all be painted after welding. And then I've just scratched the paint off in the bottom of these holes here, so it's all metal to metal there. So now I'm going to plug weld that and plug weld that. So I've put my thinking cap on. Yes, it does happen sometimes. So when I prise this apart, I'm going to destroy all this and it won't be very good. So I'm thinking if I file this down until it breaks through, then this half will just fall off. So then I have a good view of what the paint's like underneath without destroying the paint by trying to get this off. Right, this is the first time I've seen it. There we go. There you go. Right, I'm going to take some close-up zoom in on this, if it'll come out. So, first impressions is that the Weld Through primer has fared better than the epoxy primer, because it's all flaked away here. It's easier said than done, isn't it? I'm going to cut it down the middle. Oh, there we go. Right, I'll do some close-ups of this. So that's the Weld Through, and there's not much burn at all compared to the epoxy. It's burnt it more, and the end of these, I don't know if we could. You know, you've got to expect that because it gets red hot. It's nothing's going to withstand that. But this is bubbled up more. So, you know, this is still on here, and this does scratch off, but it's never going to get scratched once it's all been bent up. It's just going to stay there. So I'm favouring the Weld Through primer. So in conclusion, really what happened was what I expected to happen. The epoxy isn't designed for heat, and the Weld Through primer is, even though I don't need the conductive properties of that because I'm plug welding. So I'm going to stick with what I'm doing. So I'm glad in a way because I've done all underneath and the doors like that as well with this. I've done it all, so I guess I've done it the right way. So if anyone else has done this test or tested the Weld Through primer somehow, or you've seen a video about it, please tell me in the comments below, and I'll be very interested to see the conclusions of other people. It's got to be other ones on YouTube that have done this, and it'd be very interesting. So don't forget, if you like my videos, please subscribe, like and comment, and I'll see you next time.